Thank you very much. Like the vision of our forebears, the African Continental Free Trade Area has set the stage for Africa's industrialization drive. But it will take concrete, strategic actions by governments and businesses on the continent, the right mix of policies, a greater sense of purpose for more robust intra-African trade to happen, to support economic diversification and the much-needed industrialization of the continent. To bring about the transformation we need, I propose 3 broad areas that we need to prioritize. First, there is the need for smart investments in critical infrastructure. As a continent, we need to produce and trade our way out of poverty and underdevelopment. And we cannot do that without investing in smart infrastructure across the continent. Whilst the last decades have seen some positive investments, there is the need for additional resources to finance the arteries for trade, which include the physical infrastructure such as roads, rail, and energy, digital infrastructure such as data centers, to facilitate the digital transformation, and financial infrastructure to allow for integration of our financial markets. Second is to unleash the productive capacities across the continent. We must create platforms for knowledge brokerage and access to information on critical products and services on the continent to allow 445 million small businesses across the continent to plug into the value chains of these mega industries. We need to develop Africa into a manufacturing zone that will facilitate the trade of value-added products. These, in my view, will be critical to leapfrog Africa's industrialization and the enormous socioeconomic benefits. Africa needs between $130 billion to $170 billion annually to bridge its infrastructure gap and generate sustainable growth at 5% per annum or more. This presents immense opportunities for the private sector investors. Attracting private sector participation through public-private partnerships is therefore essential for the delivery of various infrastructure projects. Furthermore, there is the need for innovative policies to mobilize and allocate resources more effectively and for better coordination amongst all African stakeholders and international partners. As most of you know, Africa accounts for about 3% of global trade. And intra-African trade, at least the officially recorded intra-African trade, is one of the lowest of any region globally. This is largely due to the colonial economic model characterized by small individual economies, fragmented and disconnected regional markets, and low productive capacities that we have practiced for 60 years. As growing economies, we often struggle to attract much-needed investments. However, with the collaborated strength from all 55 member states, we have a population of 1.2 billion, the majority of whom are young, and a GDP of 2.5 trillion US dollars, making Africa the 8th largest economy in the world. This positions Africa as an attractive investment destination. With the right investment, we will be able to sustain economic growth and create job opportunities that the continent desperately needs. The AfCFTA is a real game changer, and once fully realized, we can increase intra-Africa trade by some 35 billion US dollars and reduce external imports by some $10 billion annually. This will mean more opportunities for growth and for our small businesses, and the potential to lift more than 3 million people out of poverty.